was a fool, broke every rule, blue darling. I'm sorry for the wrong that I have done. My heart would break if ever I should lose you. Blue darling, you're the one and only one. Famangalo, soleana. Sao sese sa oufaya avia masala. Lo fatu watae wa omisia lo suafa. Lo pele moana.
Talofa, olo e mai mo mai le tautua le ala talua le KVZK TV, Pango Pango, America, Samoa. You are watching KVZK TV Channel 2, Pango Pango, American Samoa.
O lo ua ifo nei le seungalii I au whaiva manaia Amerika Samoa. Ma ua ngalo atu I ulu vao le fetu o le apai sa malamangi ai o tupua tausi. O lo ua tuu sau noa foi le malae, ai anga I mai le pongi sa I lona taua fiafi. Ua manawa nei le toa alii, ai maeva le na afa, ma ua tau le upenga. Vala awa tuia I turu inga o le lalolangi ma le atu lau uma. O mai asa I o tato ula afi ma whaafetai atu I le atua o malo. I lo na anga le lei ma lo na alofa. Ua e ma le manui ai whaiva ma au o le nei aso.
O maia, si o tātou tapua I whātasi le atua le nei tū la fiafi. O le veinga, o sauria rau whai pese. Au fatasi Yesu balona uso. Iona toya so muri ai Saudi ole afo yatu ilo le tama. Na ia tala noa mai sau noa i upu wha whanawhana. Na ia whapea tuai le evangelia Ioane alon ta upe sifuru male wha. Alono whai upe lua sifuru male ono. O le au whai tauina. Aore fisoasoani o le anganga pa ia lea. E au ina mai e le tama i lo ingoa. O ia fo ina te ao ia i tātou i mea uma. Nā te wha manatu mai fo ia i tātou. Mea te tau no tātou whaia. Ua ia ao mai ai i tātou. O le mawhitanga le anganga pa ia mare tangata. Nā te whaatonu. Nā te ao. Ma wha manatu ia i tātou mea o tātou loa. Ma ia tātou mauti noa. O lo fina ngalo hai le atua. Le fesa o lo me tāu pue ono lo whai upe se fulu. A Yesu e su e o tau pese a se me fia ia i neri. Awa fo i tau te a mi o whaatasi menga. A ole mononai a lo me tāu pue se fulu o lo whai upe lima. A ole mana o le anganga pa ia. Tau te iloa ai le tonu o mea o malawa. O te ole atu ai le suafa o Yesu Keriso. Amen. Lo mātou tama o le langi. Mātou whaafitai i le ola ma le malosi. O mātou whaafitai au whaamnianga o e whaamnia ina ai mātou. Lo mātou whaafitai sili. I lo alo pelo Yesu Keriso le togi ola na i sau nia mo i mātou. O mātou ole atu tama. Wha mole mole. Se ye whamanuia o mātou tai whaare malo. Tai o lo mātou atu no. O au whaawhenga inga. O lo lātou tau singina li pai o le ola i te tonu. O so o se awhioanga. Lo mātou sauni atu lo mātou atu no. I whai ngā malo longa le awhiafi. Se tau lima ina au. Ma ye maruti e ina i mātou yo a ao anga lelei. Na yo mātou mau ai se moe. O mātou ala whae e fo i atu le vi inga i ante oe. Whaamanuia i mātou umalawa. Whaamanuia le tupulanga talavou. Ni o lātou manātou malangona. Na i mua whae no lātou maua. Le tupua e tutonu le nei lawa Malo Amerika Samoa. Olo mātou te talo, o mātou wole, atu ai le suafa o Yesu Keriso. Amen.
Talofa, olo e mai mo mai le tautua le ala talua le KVZK TV, Pango Amerika Samoa. You are watching KVZK TV Channel 2, Pango American Samoa.
Lele va maoa I talo foi la upele O la upele ua leiloa La ulupe ua lele Lele va maoa Talo foi la upele O la upele ua leiloa
Bonjour, Bolovinaka. Welcome to the new season of the Pacific Way. We look forward to bringing you some wonderful and interesting stories throughout the course of this year. Coming up, we have some lively entertainment, but before that, a story from the Solomon Islands. Over the years, Choiseul Province in Solomon Islands has found itself at the front line of a global struggle against the impacts of climate change. The impact is visible on the island communities, their living conditions, and especially food security. The Secretariat of the Pacific Community, or SPC, is responding to food security concerns through a project funded by the United States Agency for International Development, or USAID. Let's take a journey to Choiseul Province and find out how they are addressing food security in communities.
In a remote corner of the western Pacific Ocean lies a group of widely scattered islands that make up Solomon Islands. Here, sweeping waves of change are taking place, threatening their very own existence. These distant and isolated islands now find themselves at the front line of a global struggle against the impacts of climate change. Choiseul Province, or Nauru as it is known locally, is one of the 9 provinces of Solomon Islands and is located in the northwest of Solomon Islands archipelago. One of the more remote provinces of Solomon Islands, it consists mainly of Choiseul Island, 2 small islands, Wangina and Rob Roy, and the small island of Taro, the provincial capital. It has a population of 26,372, which is 5.5% of the total population, and with 4,712 households. Here, people's livelihoods depend on subsistence farming with very limited commercial activity.
Taro is the provincial capital of Choiseul Province, so it has got this mixture of urban and rural kind of setting to it, but it really, in terms of the local food, it depends a lot on the surrounding areas for food. Food production is dependent on the surrounding areas, but it also has a dependence on food from imported food, or commercial food from shops and from people who come in to sell their produce over here.
But like the rest of the world, the changing times also herald growing concerns, one of which is climate change and food security. Addressing food security in the long term has emerged as a major issue in the Pacific region, with extreme weather events likely to impact food production in the future.
The climate challenge we face in Choiseul are enormous. So within Taro itself, Taro Island, you tend to see coastal erosion. This is also evident everywhere in the communities around Choiseul. More so in the southern and northern part of Choiseul. A number of communities have had houses washed away. And the thing is this, people think that's normal. I mean, they thought that's part of life. They didn't realize that this all came about because of climate change. So a number of things.
The Secretariat of the Pacific Community, SPC, is responding to food security concerns through a project funded by the United States Agency for International Development to enhance the resilience of food production systems to the effects of climate change in Choiseul. This project is a component of a larger program, the Choiseul Climate Change Program, GCAP, supported by SPC, USAID, the German Agency for International Cooperation, GIZ, the Secretariat of the Pacific Regional Environment Program, SPREP, the Pacific Australia Climate Change Adaptation and Planning Program, PACSAP, USAID, the United Nations Development Program, UNDP, and the Nature Conservancy, who are all collaborating to support communities strengthen food production systems in Choiseul. The Choiseul Integrated Climate Change Program, CHICAP, was officially launched in January 2013 through the first ever planning workshop held in Taro, which included almost 148 community representatives, provincial and national government representatives, implementing regional agencies and development partners.
This is something that's not only relevant for the Solomon Islands but relevant across the region. Historically, over the last 10 or 15 years, the approach to climate change has been very much a project-by-project approach, and it was an opportunity to try something new of actually bringing all the partners into one consistent framework and focusing attention across the different sectors in one province. So if this model works, it's something that we can actually use to scale up across the region, and it'll be a much more effective and sustainable model for climate change adaptation activities.
What's interesting in Choiseul is that all of the partners have agreed to cooperate on the basis of agreed roles in support of the Choiseul province. So this is a project that's not a SPREP project or an SPC project or a GIZ project. It's a Choiseul province project. So we're all cooperating in what appears to date to be a very effective way to try to help the Choiseul province meet its objectives.
It's the first time that we managed to pull something like that together. And this alone is already a great achievement. There will be quite a lot of challenges ahead, because each organization and each ministry, also the regional organizations, have their own rules and regulations, their own specifications and all that. So there's still quite a lot of stony way ahead, but I'm very optimistic that we manage. And by pulling all this together, we naturally have much more resources available, channeled towards a common goal.
Three months after the successful training workshop, a 19-member team comprising personnel from the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock, SPC, GIZ, and UNDP visited communities in Choiseul Province in April 2013 to establish food security priorities after carrying out vulnerability and adaptation assessments.
The objective of the mission was to carry out a participatory rural assessment work on the two communities that we selected in Choiseul, and they are Sepa and Loimuni. The aim was to find out the vulnerability of the food production systems that they have, and what recommendations that we can give to these communities.
So PAC from the beginning of this year has undergone the land cover mapping of Solomon Islands and also for Choiseul, whereby we bring in the technical people from Solomons, namely Department of Lands, Forestry and Agriculture, to do the visual interpretation of the satellite imagery that we have. And at the end of that, we are able to produce the land cover map of Solomon Islands.
Sepa is located in the south of Choiseul Province. During the visit here, the team felt that more time was needed in the communities for consultations, adding that coordination with the province was an added challenge given the capacity and communication constraints in Choiseul. For villagers here, the challenges are greater.
With the protein and being food about the potato, taro, yam, like that. But this time, no more. This time, change it about the red all away, and land too. Walk along inside the river, okay. Land come, spoil him every garden. Only palano woman so. This time palasot po kakaya. The palasot po kakaya. Sometimes, some pala family sabi kakaya long morning. Some pala no long evening. But I really stop it. People start life it.
In Loimuni village, closer to the provincial capital Taro, the local diet consists mainly of sweet potatoes, cassava, slippery cabbage, and fern. However, food shortage is a major challenge, and the limited choice of crops and vegetables is causing a low diversity in the diet of households.
In 1950, household custom pakai boleh pula taro ya. Oh kita woman, atau kita mam dan mam blomi. Oh kita still using taro. Emang important pakai boleh pula. Kalau time kami come sampai lagi more 1960 over 74 sampai olseme. Me pula change important pakai boleh pula potato. Okay, go kasem this time. Osem important kakao something para sabi using every day no ma cassava ya tavioko ya. Hem no ma osem kasem this time. Yeah?
The team has called for an urgent need to provide training on good agriculture practices and pest and disease control.
The energy sources are really pointing toward imported. But again, it's a little bit below the WHO and FAO calorie daily requirement per person. Yeah, so that shows that their energy and protein consumption or intake for each day is falling below the daily requirement for a person to be food secure.
When we asked them what do you think would be the best adaptation strategies for your communities, they just came up with a lot of training, assistance with new varieties of vegetables, training on food preservation, and also a lot of training for young mothers on proper nutrition.
Food security is one of the many challenges faced by communities in Choiseul. The Choiseul Integrated Climate Change Program provides a space for stakeholders to coordinate their efforts, share resources, and implement cost-effective and sustainable adaptation actions, and strengthen management approaches in implementing a multi-partner climate change adaptation program. The program, which initially started as discussions between national governments and regional agencies in 2011, has come into realization with 6 agencies and development partners signing off on a partners agreement to kickstart the pilot program in 2013.
We try to work on the enabling environment first. We just had a policy now released. We're now looking at how we implement that policy. We're trying to mainstream climate change into the various ministries, sectors. So that's happening slowly, but it's relatively good progress, and also to the provincial government level.
It's very important that all of us play our roles. I think the important thing is we all try to make everybody aware that we have to take some responsibility in the decisions that we make. on a daily basis, even at the family level, traditional level, tribal level, community level, even at a political level. I think that's the challenge before us.
Welcome back to the Pacific Way. At the last Festival of Pacific Arts in Solomon Islands, Rapa Nui, or Easter Islands as it is commonly known, was a crowd favorite. Rapa Nui is a colony of Chile, and the language spoken is Spanish together with the local Rapa Nui language. So we do have a Spanish-speaking group of Pacific Islanders. Enjoy this lively performance from Rapa Nui. We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you want to find out more about tonight's stories or the show, you can find the Pacific Way online at www.sbc.int/RMC or drop us a line on Facebook. Until the next time, tata ni samwade.
Talofa, olo e mai mo mai le tautua le ala talua le KVZK TV, Pango Pango, America Samoa. You are watching KVZK TV Channel 2, Pango Pango, American Samoa.
Whaatalo whātua America Samoa le nei a fiafi e alai whaupoponga o tala mai lau KVZK TV. Ua tu ina atu nei le matanga luenga o le puipuinga whaaloto I whale po o le Homeland Security se lapata inga whaapea se whaamanatu I pisinisi ma whale tupi o le territory e tusa matupe pepelo whaanga oi po o kopi o tupe moi po counterfeit currency ua vaai e te tono le atu nuu I fe whaatawa inga ina ia maata I tuuina le atu langa ua tulai mai. O loo whaamawhaina I lea whaalinga le ripotio awala na ui mai ai counterfeit currency te tono le atunuu mo I luilunga le matanga luenga ma whaasala. Ua iai nei talanga e tusa ma le tino I tupe wha tesi ma le 5 miliona lea sa atu uina se te tono se tasi o whale tupe tele Amerika le Wells Fargo. O loo taue te tono le ai ngā whono I whaapea ua mai ona whaamala malamaina I le tausanga wawai e le awhionga le te utupe ale malo le tō whai le tō ia malemo tausanga whaamatalanga e tusa ma le tupe sa lafo pe tai o loo mo mia nisi whaopoponga o lea mata upu pe o lea se tūlanga wo o iai. E le ngata I lea a o suenga a le Federal Bureau of Investigation I lea mata upu pe o lea se whaamatalanga e tusa ma lea I tū. O loo ta ua fo I te tono le ngā whono, le tūlanga whaapea sa tūlai mai I le maotanga singasi, ina ua ave ese whaanga oia se tasi, po o nisi e ala I awala whaanana, sa tūlai mai te tono te ngā tupe a le LBJ. I lea lava mata upu o loo mo mia ai le senate, ni whaamao nianga pe ua tui whaafo iane lea tupe, I te tono le te ngā tupe a le maotanga singasi. O le talusanga muli muli ina ia tautua nā, I le vaenga le Information Technology po le IT, I lalo le matanga luenga a le Treasury, le ilo le lei matanga I loloto I tūlanga o le puipuinga o ofisa o tainga, I lungo le interneti I le mamalo le atunuu ma ofisa uma a le malo. Nono yaso le lei mai lau KVZK News. O le malu puipui o whaamatalanga ma whasota inga le atunuu, e awhia I matanga luenga le malo, businesi, company, ai mai se le lau tele I lunga o awala whaatekonolosi, e tāua tele le whainga malo. O le nei whaamoemoe ina I awane I sao I te tonu, o nei whasota inga nisi, e ala I awala I whaanana mai ai whaafowaenga puipuia, male ma ale ale o lo te wina I te tonu whaila, ma lungo le interneti ai mai se o whaamatalanga e winga I tangata taito o tasi. E peo na silafia, ua tele na te wina vaenga tāua, e tusa ma le soifua ma talaanga o tangata taitotasi I lunga upenga tawhailangi, ua o le whaongaina te tono a inga, ma so o se whaala potopotonga, ua te wina le tele o la tau taulumanga tāua, I te tono o whaila ma pepa tāua wha eletoroni po electronic files and documents, po o le telefoni, kompiuta, manisi masini wha teknolosi e whaongaina, ia malu pui pui a uma nei vaenga uma. Olo iai fo itu atu si lunga upenga ta whailangi e mawhaina whaongaina e ni mamalo le atu nuu e fesoasoani I le whaamala malamaina o awala e mawhai na pui pui a mai winga whaanana le whaongaina o masini wha teknolosi a e maise o whaamatalanga ta ua o lo te wina I lunga o whaila wha eletoroni. O le nei tausanga e ato ai le luas fulu tausanga talo ona whaamanatuina le whaalawi loaina o le masina o le cyber security awareness po le whaamanatuina o le pui puia mai awala whaasolitu la fono I lunga upenga ta whailangi ona o lea o a o le manu pa le poise ala ngā maunga ko vana o le Territoria Amerika Samoa I lo tō whinga ma le pule whaakovana e whaatunuina ai le avea o le masina o ke topa o le Cyber Security Awareness Month. Ina ia whai ma whaamanatu le atu noo, le whaongaina ma le whaetete, whaapele malu pui puia o fisota inga matawa lumanga uma I lunga o penga ta whailangi. I la umoli mau ua tuina atu ai la usaini ma le sina le malo Amerika Samoa. I le ne yaso lua sifulo le masina o se tema, lua afe lua wha. Nunu yaso le lei mai lau KVZK News. I tala mai a pia, ua toe sauni atu le apili a liesa ave malo ia sili le malo Samoa, ia sa valinoa ma River, Beetham, Annandale, e tusa ma le unga le whaamsinonga I lana whaamsinonga, I le mata upo sa atu lai mai le tausanga luafe luatasi, a ofea ngai le malo ma le atu nuu, matawa lumanga, I le mai ai o palo tanga o le nawa I tau, whaapea na ngai o inga whaaliloia, I se mata upo sa atu ina atu le vaianga wha upo fai, ale fast e avesea pe whaaleo ngā ina le polo a inga sa atu ina atu le awhionga le ao o le malo o Samoa. O le masina o iulai o le tausanga nei, sa te e na ai le whaamasinonga lana tangi, e tu sa ai ma le whaatula ese o ia, e le awhionga le palemia i awhia me Naomi mata afa, mai lona tau whinga whaalo ia sili a le malo, ma whaatonu ina ai o ia, e alai le unga le whaamasinonga ina ia tutongina le tino I tupe 5 awhetala Samoa I le awhionga I le palemia. O le asofa o le masina o Novema o le tausanga nei, ua fuafua ina mo le apili maona tua ele. Nunu yaso le leila ye mai lau KVZK News. I tala mai le Pasifika, ua whaaleo ina le mana ongo le awhionga le Minister for le atunu o Japani, ia Ishiba, I le ngalu lue whaatasi ma le United States e whaavaina se pāanga e pe ona iai le whainga pāanga a Amerika ma le United Kingdom, o lea fuafuanga e mo mia I Japani, ina ia whaatuina ni no fuanga lana ministeri I tutono Guam, e pe ona iai no fuanga ale military e fitu ale United States I Japani I le taimi nei. O lea whaamoe na ia mawhai ona whetali ai fisoasoania nei malo e lua I taimi e mo mia ai.